Hello everyone. This week on the news, we'll be covering all the events on campus, and after the weather, we'll be covering the sports segment as well. Good morning everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CHU News as we wrap up September. I'm Matt Velez.
And I'm T.I. O'Delican.
We've got quite a few lineup of events here this week as we wrap up for fall break. T, why don't you get us started?
Thanks, Matt. On October 1st from 2 p.m. to 3 on the 1st in Martino Hall, room 314, Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union is creating a presentation called Managing Money in College. This presentation touches on key terms, common myths, budgeting, tips for cutting costs, and ways to avoid acquiring debt during college. For questions or accessibility accommodations related to this event, please contact Andrea Deering, Associate Director of Career Development.
During that same time frame in the East Parlor from 2:30 to 4, join Dr. Rachel Hull, CHC alumni and current adjunct professor, and Year 4 student Noah Sirianni as they share their research on the history of Pennhurst Asylum and the role psychologists play as mental health advocates. This presentation will cover the history of Pennhurst State School and Hospital from its inception in the early 20th century until the present day. This presentation will focus on the injustices that occurred at the facility throughout its existence and illustrate the important role that Pennhurst played in the deinstitutionalization movement. It will then shift to discuss how psychologists can advocate for those with intellectual and physical disabilities and affect change at the macro level. This event is free to attend and open to the public. However, we ask that you register to help us prepare. Contact Rachel Hull for more information and to make an accommodation request related to a disability.
Join us for an information session with Grant Keener, Esquire, who consults with law schools and independent clients on all things related to going to law school. As a former law school admissions dean, Grant is one of the premier experts on this topic, and we are fortunate to have him join us to conduct this session. Anyone interested in going to law school, considering law school, or definitely planning on going to law school should attend. You will learn the process of getting into and paying for law school from A to Z. If you further along in the process, you will have the opportunity to learn about finding grants and how to pay for law school. For questions or accessibility accommodations related to this event, contact Kathleen Smith or the Career Development Office. The location for this event is soon to be determined.
On the 2nd of October, there is an event in Martino Hall 216 from 2 p.m. to 3 called Decoding Assignment Expectations. This interactive workshop shares tips and strategies for understanding assignment requirements. We'll practice techniques successful writers use to decode faculty expectations, identify assignment requirements, and prioritize assignment tasks. All Writing Center workshops count as passport events. Accommodation requests and/or physical access related need for disability should be made before the event by contacting Dr. Jamie Longo.
Within that hour, as well in the East Parlor, Art to Live By is an interactive art project that seeks to raise awareness in the efforts to repel the death penalty in Pennsylvania and engage artists and their communities in open discussion. The exhibit features artwork by death penalty activists and exoneers. Speaker Mark Bookman and Kathleen Lucas will give a talk on the death penalty abolition efforts in Pennsylvania. Attendees have the opportunity to create their artwork and send postcards to state legislators asking them to vote to end the death penalty on the upcoming Bill 999. This event is free and open to the public. This event is sponsored in collaboration with Chestnut Hill College Institute for Forgiveness and Reconciliation, Pennsylvania for the Alternatives to the Death Penalty, Uplift Solutions, Drexel University's Klein School of Law, and Amnesty International.
Sister Speaks is back again this week, and St. Joe's 349 on the 2nd from 2 to 4 p.m. Sister Speaks is a program designed to provide young Black females with a safe, supportive, and empowering space where they can come together to discuss and address issues impacting the Black community. They will meet on Wednesdays to discuss a topic or issue in the Black community with past topics including media, health, and nutrition, style relationships, and much more. Any questions, contact Danielle Mason.
All residence halls close on Friday, October 4th at 6 p.m. for fall break. There is no access to the residence halls during this time. Information about fall break housing exceptions applications will be shared via email to all residential students in the lead up to fall break. All residence halls reopen on Tuesday, October 8th at noon. Residential students may return to the halls starting at this time.
Now we'll flip to Jasmine Ramirez with the forecast for the week. Jasmine?
Thank you, Matt and T. Also, hello everyone and happy Monday. We are 1 week into fall and Philly is already getting perfect fall weather. Monday, cloudy skies with a high of 72 and a low of 57. Tuesday, also cloudy with a high of 72 and a low of 69. Wednesday, no surprise, cloudy skies with a high of 73 and a low of 61. Thursday, we see a little difference with partly cloudy skies. The sun will be making its way out for the first time this week with a high of 79 and a low of 64. Friday, a similar day where we will see the sun again 2 days in a row with a high of 77 and a low of 64. Fingers crossed the forecast doesn't change because we have seen that a lot in the last few weeks, so just be sure to keep checking your weather app. The weather is definitely cooling down as we get deeper into fall. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now we've reached the sports segment for the week. T, what do we got lined up?
At noon on October 1st, join us on campus at the outdoor tennis courts, home of the Griffins, to watch our women's tennis team take on their CAC rivals, Post University. Make sure to help cheer on our Griffins to victory. If you can't make it to the courts, a live stream of the game will be available at griffinathletics.com.
Later that evening at 7 p.m., soccer takes on Jefferson University at Plymouth White Marsh Field. The next day on the 2nd at 7 p.m. as well, men's soccer will also play against Jefferson at Plymouth White Marsh. There will be a live stream of all these events on the Griffin Athletics website.
It's all Jefferson this week, as women's volleyball will also be playing against Jefferson University on the 2nd at 7 p.m.
To conclude, the Sprint football team has their second home game of the year against Cornell University on October 5th at 6 p.m., located at AA Garthwaite Field in Conshohocken. The shuttle will have transportation to and from the game. And that wraps up CHC News for the week. I'm Matt Velez.
And I'm T.I. O'Delican.
With meteorologist Jasmine Ramirez. Thank you everyone once again for watching. Go Griffins, and God bless.